Hello, this is Fred Liers of Health Products Distributors and another Creating Health Naturally video. And today I am talking about a product called Bone Jour. And let me show it to you here. This is a premier bone and mineral supplement. And it's not just good for bones, it's designed for bone health, muscle health, the health of connective tissues, and since it's also a mineral supplement, it's sort of giving you the raw materials that your body needs to do a lot of different things, and we're going to get into some of that today. This Bone Jour formula was developed by my father, Dr. Hank Liers. One of the main things that makes this product so effective is the forms of the calcium that is in the product, as well as the magnesium. So the calcium in Bone Jour comes from three different forms, two of which are Krebs cycle bionutrients. So what we have is we have a calcium malate and a calcium citrate, which are those Krebs cycle bionutrients that feed into the body's natural energy production cycle and are very well recognized by the body. And then we have a calcium ascorbate, which essentially it's calcium and vitamin C. It's the form in which we were able to get the vitamin C into the product. And then we have a couple other Krebs cycle nutrients in here. We have the zinc is from zinc citrate, and the boron is also from citrate, and the manganese is also from citrate. So you can see we've layered in these different minerals as much as possible into that Krebs cycle that's generating energy for the body. Now, the magnesium in the product is actually required for the absorption of calcium. So you will actually see a lot of products on the market that do not include magnesium and just give you a bunch of calcium. Well, that's not going to really work too well because you need magnesium in order to absorb calcium. So you want ideally at least a 2-to-1 ratio, and we have that. The forms of magnesium in Bone Jour are magnesium glycinate and magnesium lysinate. So these are amino acid forms of magnesium, not Krebs cycle bionutrients. I wanted to make that clear, but there are very good reasons why the magnesium is put in the form of glycinate and lysinate, which are related to the amino acids glycine and lysine. Now, another one of the I guess you could call it features or benefits of having not just a calcium formula or a bone formula, but a comprehensive mineral formula in this Bone Jour product is enzyme function. That's not necessarily what this was designed for primarily. However, it is well known that, for example, magnesium is needed for something like 800 different enzymes to function in the body. Dr. Carolyn Dean has been a big researcher in this area that we follow. And so this is why, one of the reasons why we have so much magnesium in this product, 375 milligrams, because you make a couple thousand enzymes in your body, and of those couple thousand, like something like 800 or more rely upon magnesium for their production and function. Now, the other mineral that I mentioned that's in this product that's really critical for enzyme function is zinc. Again, we have the zinc citrate form, which is the Krebs cycle form. Now, the zinc is responsible for at least the function of a couple hundred enzymes. So when you start looking at the total numbers here, if you have 800 magnesium-dependent enzymes and 200 zinc-dependent enzymes, now you're looking at half your enzymes being dependent on these minerals, which most Americans and most people around the world, in fact, just don't get enough of. So this has been well thought through, and this is why this is a comprehensive mineral supplement. And I will add that calcium itself, this is not something that people think about a lot. You know, generally magnesium is what we think of for an enzyme function. Calcium has many enzymes that are dependent upon it as well. And so this is a beautiful product in terms of providing the calcium, the magnesium, and the zinc in proper ratios for optimal absorption, but that will also be helping your body's enzyme systems function better. Now I want to talk about some of the minerals in the product that are maybe the lesser minerals in terms of amounts. And I've mentioned some of these, but they're really, really important to a comprehensive bone and mineral supplement. And so, for example, boron. Boron, and we have the citrate form, which is the Krebs cycle bionutrient form. Boron is really actually important for the absorption of calcium and magnesium. So it plays an important role in the function of the main minerals in the product. So we only have 6 milligrams of boron, for example, in 6 capsules. So you're getting a milligram per capsule. But that small amount of boron can play a critical role in making the primary minerals better absorbed, better utilized, and making the bones and connective tissue stronger. Now, there's also some copper in the product, very small amount of copper. It's copper glycinate. Again, I'm going to talk about the glycine forms. And it's an amino acid form. Now, copper is also a critical mineral for connective tissues, for skin, for bone, for hair and nails. You have to have it in the proper ratio with zinc, but there's plenty of zinc in the product. You just need a little bit of copper. So we also have a small amount of manganese in the product. Again, it's 6 milligrams of manganese, so 1 milligram per capsule. Now, manganese has been shown to be important for bone remodeling. So we're constantly remodeling bone. There's the osteoclasts and the osteoblasts, and there's the building and the breakdown, and there's a balance to be had as the body works to have healthy bones, which are obviously living structures that are constantly being affected by all the things we do. I also want to talk about the strontium. Now, strontium is very close to calcium on the periodic table, and studies have shown that strontium can actually be used by the body in place of calcium. They're very similar. Strontium is more dense, has a higher atomic number. And so what they have found, and what Alan Gaby found in preventing and reversing osteoporosis, he reported, when you add a small amount of strontium to calcium in a supplement formula, the bone densities are higher. It's incorporated into the bone structure in such a way as to make the bone more dense, which is what we're trying to do when we take a bone formula mineral supplement. Now I want to talk a little about the benefits of glycine in this formula. Now, in this formula, the glycine, if you may remember, is in the form of the magnesium, in the form of magnesium glycinate, which is the amino acid form. So there's 375 milligrams of magnesium in the product, which is comprised of magnesium glycinate and magnesium lysinate. When you are given magnesium in the form of magnesium glycinate, your body will break this down into the magnesium, of course, and glycine, the amino acid glycine. Now, glycine, it's just a very clever design because the glycine in and of itself has very, very many health benefits for bone, muscle, and connective tissue. So there are 1,150 milligrams of glycine in a serving of 6 capsules. So this is a good amount of glycine, since glycine isn't something you probably haven't even heard of glycine. So it has a variety of health benefits. Its primary health benefits revolve around essential physical structures in the body. So glycine is used to form collagen. Collagen is the structural protein that comprises our extracellular matrix in our body of the many connective tissues. So high glycine concentrations have been shown to increase collagen production. And in fact, a deficiency of glycine is known to cause problems with structures, including things like osteoarthritis. So it's well known that glycine is critical for physical structures in the body, which include bones, muscles, connective tissues, and this would be joints. This would even be skin. This could be hair. This could be nails. But the big picture is glycine is critical for the formation of collagen, and collagen is critical in the formation of bone. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about lysine. Now, of the 375 milligrams of magnesium, a portion of that is magnesium glycinate, and a portion of that is magnesium lysinate. Now, there's approximately 1,150 milligrams of the glycine in the formula, as I mentioned, but there are 410 milligrams of lysine in 6 capsules, which is a good amount considering that there's a lot of other minerals and things being provided in each capsule. So the importance of lysine for bone health is that lysine helps to absorb and retain calcium. So the lysine that you're getting in the product is helping you to absorb the calcium that's in the product and that's in your diet and to retain it. So studies have shown that lysine supplements increase in calcium absorption in the intestines and decrease the urinary loss of calcium. So you can actually see how this works really in a systems way broadly, because you're getting an amino acid in the form of magnesium lysinate that produces the lysine when you break it down, that gives you that amino acid lysine that then allows the absorption and retention of calcium. And in fact, a number of studies have been done on bone fractures, and the individuals who receive lysine supplementation have faster healing of those fractures, which just goes to demonstrate the power of the lysine in helping to absorb and retain calcium in the body. And then lysine does something else. We've talked a lot in this video about collagen, but lysine is necessary for the production of collagen. So lysine directly contributes to bone formation by enabling collagen production. So if you want to think of collagen as the matrix, bone matrix that is, then collagen is this matrix, and then the minerals fill that matrix in. So collagen is critical to the formation of bones because it's that structure that holds the minerals. Then you get the minerals that are provided in Bone Jour, and it can fill that matrix in, and there you have your strong bone. And with lysine, you're going to absorb those minerals into that matrix, and you're going to retain those minerals in that matrix, and you're going to be producing the collagen that makes the matrix itself. So, think of it as a triple whammy. It all works together. And so lysine is not something that most people probably have heard that is important for bone health. Everybody hears calcium, and calcium is critically important, but things like magnesium and things like boron and things like strontium, but also these amino acids like lysine are sort of under the radar, but really are critically important for bone strength, bone formation, collagen formation, bone density, and as well as because it's collagen based, all of the other structural components in the body like joints, probably ligaments and tendons, and as well as skin, hair, nails, all these physical structures. And so what you're getting in the capsule of the Bone Jour as something that's going to be able to give you all the raw materials that you'll need for healthy connective tissues, healthy muscles, because lysine also works in the muscles, um, and healthy bones. So you're gonna get all of the raw materials that you will need for having very healthy collagen structures and bones, joints, and all types of collagen-related tissues. Now, I want to talk a little bit about another ingredient in Bone Jour, and that is the vitamin C. Now, we're really big on what we call foundational supplements. So our top 3 supplements that we recommend people take are a multivitamin, a vitamin C antioxidant product, and essential fats. So that's like the baseline. So like if you're taking foundational supplements like a multivitamin, vitamin C, and essential fats, you're not going to have a problem with vitamin C. However, we realize that, in some cases, this product will be taken as a standalone, and so we would be remiss if we did not include vitamin C. And we have a full 90 milligrams of vitamin C, not a huge amount, but it's still the daily value. And now the key point about vitamin C when it comes to bone health is that vitamin C is required for the production of collagen. That is to say, without vitamin C, you simply cannot make collagen. Vitamin C acts as an enzyme in the body to take all the raw materials that make collagen and allow it to be made. So, given the fact that most people are deficient in vitamin C, it is important to have at least some, because the body will then use that vitamin C to make collagen. So we recommend much higher doses of vitamin C. We sell a handful of vitamin C products like Pro C and Buffered C's, Ultimate Protector, because we really understand the importance of vitamin C. But with just in the narrow perspective of this Bone Jour formula, we include it because even if you didn't take any of those other products, those vitamin C products, you would get some vitamin C in the product, which is, as a nutrient, absolutely essential for the production of collagen, which is absolutely essential for bone health. Now, I want to talk about another nutrient in the Bone Jour product, and that is vitamin D. Now, we only put in 600 IUs of vitamin D in the form of vitamin D3, which is the best form, for lots of reasons. Now, vitamin D3, we actually have a standalone product called vitamin D3 Plus because we are such big believers in the power of vitamin D, specifically vitamin D3. And vitamin D3 at higher levels can do enormous things, from empowering the immune system, and it's really hugely critical, and it's all over the place these days in terms of like scientific studies, and it's well known. But we put some in Bone Jour in the amount of 600 IUs, which is at current time 75% of the US daily value, because vitamin D3 allows the absorption of calcium into bones. And so while I, and probably a lot of other people, are already taking a standalone vitamin D3 product, I take the vitamin D3 Plus, there's probably a lot of people out there who don't, or who aren't, or who have and aren't now. The point being that we put it in so that if you were to take Bone Jour as a standalone bone product and you were taking no vitamin D3, you would still get sufficient vitamin D3 to allow the absorption of calcium into bones. And so that is why it is in there. And again, it's just part of a systems approach where you really don't want to be without vitamin D3, because you're not going to get the results and the absorption of calcium into bones without it. Now, I want to talk about another nutrient that we have in Bone Jour, and that is vitamin K. And we include vitamin K in Bone Jour in 2 forms. We include vitamin K1 phyloquinone, and vitamin K2 as menaquinone 7. There are 300 micrograms per serving of the K1, and there are 24 micrograms of vitamin K2. The vitamin K is critically important for the formation of bones, and that without vitamin K, it will be very, very difficult to engage in, for your body to engage in bone formation. So many people are low in vitamin K, and so just doing due diligence, you will want vitamin K in a good bone formula. Also, the deficiencies of vitamin K are associated with osteoporosis. So as part of having a comprehensive product that covers all bases, it's really important that we put the vitamin K in, especially we believe the vitamin K2, which is a form that's a little harder to get, but is proven to be highly effective. So that's a little synopsis of the role that vitamin K plays in bone formation and why we include it in the product. So this has been Fred Liers with another Creating Health Naturally video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can give it a like. You can subscribe to our newsletter at www.integratedhealth.com. And you can read tons and tons more articles on our blog, www.integratedhealthblog.com. So once again, this has been Fred Liers, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.